Most UGC programs fail in the first 30 days, not because of bad creators and not because of bad content, but because they skip this one phase entirely. No foundation, no system, no results. I've done over 290 million views for my organic marketing agency, and today I'm peeling back the curtain on the exact phase that we run first every single time. I call it the discovery sprint. That's right. Today we are going to be uncovering the UGC Growth Engine, a complete 3-month system to recruit, launch, and scale your user-generated content campaign for your app from zero to a full creator network that basically runs itself. But before anything else, you have to understand the 3-month system itself. You have month number 1, discovery sprint, moving on to double down, and month number 3 being full velocity. But definitely the most important phase, the entire infrastructure and foundation for your organic UGC program, is month number 1, the discovery sprint. So today we're going to be uncovering exactly how you can run your own discovery sprint system within your organic UGC campaign. First things first, I say that all UGC starts with the typical UGC content pillars. These are the basic content formulas that you see for the largest UGC programs out there. There's a fine line between shareability, virality, and also getting that CTA across. So together, I think we all could agree that in these 6 formulas, they are essentially the basics that you follow in every single UGC video. That's POV, talking head, text on screen, trending audio, relatable, and reaction. You could probably throw green screen and a couple other formats, but these are the main 6 that I believe every great UGC program goes through. From here, you're going to create a creator brief. This brief is going to have every single one of these content pillars on it. A couple POV examples, a couple talking head examples, a couple text on screen examples, and so on. It's very important that you nail every single one of these so that your creators can take a look and execute. If you can make it that simple, typically things go well. But just to make sure, you'll also have these creators send in the content for review to you, your UGC manager, or another team member. That way you know exactly what they are doing. It is very hard to figure out which one of these pillars work if all of your creators are just throwing random things at the wall, waiting for something to stick. Without a systematic testing engine, you can literally not study the data. It is almost impossible. It's like trying to run a sports team where everybody's playing a different game. It's impossible to coach. You can't learn what worked and what didn't, and there's absolutely no system at all. As you can see, once you create that creator brief with all these content pillars, you then assign each pillar to every single creator. As you can see, this 10 creator network is going to make every single one of these videos. And then moving into day 14 to day 21, this is where you make your first cut. 2 formats eliminated, 3 creators offboarded. Typically within the first 15 days, you can tell when a creator is either 1, not a good fit, and also you're able to tell when formats are just not working. And this process itself is actually really simple. All you have to do is just go to your live data tracker, go pull the formats, go pull the creator accounts, add up the numbers, and figure out which ones are underperforming. Typically at first glance, you can also see which creator accounts are underperforming. That is very simple. If you pull up a creator account and they're just not getting the results, it's much easier to let them go now unless you believe that they have the potential to go viral later. But that takes a trained eye and a ton of expertise. It's always better to cycle in new talent before old talent takes your time, your energy, and your money. And then as you can see, after going through the first 14 days, it's very simple. We added up that talking head is 88%, relatable is 76%, trending audio is 63%, POV is 54%. Now, you don't have to go guns blazing here and just absolutely cut off everything. You don't have to cut off these 2 down here in the yellow. They're still healthy formats that have a ton of potential. But we can safely say that text on screen and reaction style content is just simply not working. So we go ahead and eliminate these 2 here. But after have also eliminated our creators that we know were not a good fit, the new creators that we cycle in now will only follow these formats. You have POV, talking head, trending audio, and relatable. They will not be wasting their time on text on screen. They won't be wasting their time on reaction. They will simply just be following the formats that we know have meat on the bone. There's a couple different reasons why you would cut a creator. For example, Drew missed 4 posting days in week number 2, Blake's content was consistently off brief. Taylor went dark after the kickoff call, and none of them showed the consistency the discovery sprint requires. Keeping them would drain the budget and pollute your data with noise. So what does that mean? Sometimes creators, honestly, just completely miss the mark. They'll delay the launch by 3 to 5 days because, oh, something came up. Working with creators is always hard. And frankly, to be honest with you, it is a nightmare. Though some of them will surprise you and some of them will do a great job, but there will be a small percentage of those who go a couple days without posting, who might be super inconsistent, who's literally not listening to your content feedback. And a way to eliminate this is by doing review first. Make sure your creators are sending their content in for review to, again, you, your creator manager, or maybe even a team member of yours that is decent at content. If you don't do this, it is not the end of the world, but you just want to make sure that your creator talent is very, very good. So I would definitely cut somebody that's inconsistent. If somebody completely went dark after the brief, I would immediately cut them and replace them. But this kind of goes to show there's a bunch of different reasons why you would want to offboard a creator in that first 30 days. But someone could do absolutely everything perfect. They could be following the content pillars. They could be making good content, but their account itself is just not getting the views. If you're seeing consistent low, under 1,000 views per video, typically that means that there's just something not adding up, and they're probably not going to go viral anytime soon. Moving on to the next thing, you've got final cut. So this is where you want to single down on the actual winners here. You've got day 21 through 30, the final cut. 2 formats left, 5 creators remain. So after killing half your creator roster, that is not a good fit. Hopefully the 5 remaining creators have healthy accounts, consistently doing 1,000 to 5,000 views per video. And this is where you can really tell by looking at your live data, adding up the numbers, and figuring out what are the winning content formulas. If talking head is performing at 90% while trending audio is only performing at 52%, it's time to make the decision to go ahead and kill POV and trending audio content. And just focus in on talking head and relatable style videos because that's where the views are coming from. And this is honestly very clear. But if you go through this 30-day system with all these things in mind, you'll start to see these winners poke out and you'll start to see some repeatability and some patterns in the data. As you can see, we've eliminated POV, text on screen, trending audio, and only relatable and talking head win. Now, after that first 30 days, we have Alex, Maya, Jordan, Sam, and Casey that completely passed. These creators are perfect and will stay on for the next following months. But we have fired Riley, Parker, Drew, Blake, and Taylor, so it's time to cycle in new talent. But here's the thing. When cycling in new talent, you typically find better results immediately. Why? Because they have a ton of content that they can reference to. Sam's, Casey's, Jordan's, Maya's, Alex's. They can literally reference that content, and they're not going to be wasting their time focusing on formats that simply just don't perform. For example, they are only going to make talking head. They are only going to make relatable content. And if they're posting 30 to 60 times a month, every single one of those posts is going to be on a format that we know works for your app or your SaaS. And honestly, when you think about it from that perspective, it makes things feel a lot more simple. And that's the reason why I believe the first 30 days is the backbone behind your entire UGC campaign. Once that new creator talent comes in, instead of them wasting their time on videos that just simply do not work, they're going to be posting the videos that we know work. They're going to be copying the formats that Alex posted and went viral on previously. So typically, they have a much better performance record off the jump than the creators that started from absolutely nothing, started from scratch with you at the beginning of the program. This is the backbone that you build at the beginning of your UGC program. And from here, these results continue to keep compounding on each other. Now, the discovery sprint essentially lives on through the entire 3-month system, the entire 6-month system. You constantly want to be monitoring formats because obviously social media changes and this is subject to change, but this is the backbone in order to get those early results. And honestly, as time goes on, if a creator is simply just underperforming, it is much better to just let them go before they waste your time, your money, and your energy, unless you truly, 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 honestly believe that they have the chance to go viral. And those are the decisions that you have to make. And the only way you'll get to that point where you can make these decisions comfortably is by going through these systems, learning the process, seeing the results in real time, studying the data, That's exactly how you can make those decisions. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've made decisions where I've kicked off a creator when they might have been this close to going viral. But I've also made decisions where I kicked off a creator that would have never went viral and replaced them with a creator that followed this system, that went through the formats and followed the ones that we knew worked, and their account immediately started healthy and started generating hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views. At the end of it, you want 2 proven content formulas. You want 5 core creators who you know you can rely on, you've built a ton of rapport with, and they can continue to keep developing content and keep pushing in those viewers. After the end of this all, it's time to develop your second month brief. This is where you develop the slimmed down version of this entire system that has the winning content formulas. And now, instead of just using competitor examples, you can use your own examples from your own creators. This automatically makes your new creators have tons more success because they're able to see the product in every single one of the videos. They know exactly how to show the product in the videos. They know exactly how to deliver the CTA, and they know exactly what to flip their camera to when they're doing the product demo. And that leads me to month number 2. This is about doubling down. After you've made all those roster changing decisions, you developed your brief number 2 for the second month. You're doubling down on that winning content. All the content that shined in that first month, you're simply just doubling down on, producing tons and tons of volume with your new creator network and driving in those views as much as possible. These are the exact systems that I use at my organic marketing agency, where we've done over 290 million views over the last 9 months. Running a UGC team is tough. It's not something that you can literally just learn overnight, but you've got to put in those reps. And by following these systems, it will definitely help you be more successful. You see, there's a ton of people that will literally just hire a bunch of random creators that said they've went viral in the past, throw them on a campaign, have them post a ton of random content, and cross their fingers for results. That is very unlikely for a ton of different reasons. Number one being, you literally can't study that. How do you study the data when creators are literally posting 100 random videos a week? You have literally no idea what's going on, and it's just impossible. The backbone of every great UGC program is data, 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 data. Not only me, I say if you're struggling with UGC right now thinking that this isn't working and you're wasting your money and your time, look at this image and let it sink in. Most content flops, and that's normal, but 2 to 5 breakout winners pays for the entire thing. The difference is making sure that your shots are calculated. Don't spray and pray, test strategically and learn from the data. As you can see, these videos here, 4,000 views, 9,000 views, went all the way to 59 million and 32 million views. But I'm not the only person that says this. Alex from Pluto says, create, post, gather feedback, learn, and post again. Study the data. Alex again says, volume doesn't fix bad messaging, but without volume, you never discover good messaging, so keep testing. Julia says, getting questions on why my video founder friends aren't going viral, but here's the math that nobody talks about. 96% of videos get under 10K views. Only 0.3% of those hit 500K plus, and that 0.3% drives 65% of your total views. But this is not a post and pray channel. It is a systematic testing engine. And trust me, I've spent a ton of hours studying and learning how to build the most elite UGC programs in the entire space. Without following this system, you're going to have a tough time. So that's the end of the discovery sprint lesson. Hopefully you learned something from this. I promise you, if you implement this into your strategy, you will see great results. If you want to book a discovery call with me so I can learn what you're doing with UGC and see if there's any way that I can help you, you can find that in the description. Thank you for your time today, and take care.